Welcome back to Jesters of Ravenloft, where a group of comedians tried to escape the horrors of the mists. While Adam climbed alone to the top of the tree and had an existential crisis, the rest of the troupe tried to find alternative options to fighting the approaching armies. Tyler contacted Ezra for clarification on whether New Rogue could become the new Dark Lord without having to defeat the current one, but there wasn't a precedent for it. New Rogue wrote to Denton Arthur to request robotic assistance, but Denton couldn't send them through the tubes, and Adam was forced to admit to Shadam that he tells himself lies to avoid confronting any real emotions. With the boys having not had much luck, can Dell convince Lucretia to help them? I doubt it.
Our heroes were planning on how to defend the rootless evergreen. At the same time, a rift had appeared in the group. Adam was heartbroken that the group was treating him like Shadow Nemesis, even though he was Adam, and he climbed the rootless evergreen, being hit by flyers of other people they'd failed to save in the realm who were dead, until he ended up sitting at the top, where he had a long conversation with his symbiote, Shadow Master, who is inside his head about why doesn't anyone want him to just be Adam. And then he recounted the tale of the drugs that they had sold, his time as a drug dealer that has been spoken about for many an episode, revealing that he worked for a drug dealer named Crispy Chris, who taught him how to make crack-a-wana, and he sold it and kept selling it because he wanted to buy a transformer that cost $2,000. He sold crack-a-wana for $10 a pop, and everyone who took it twice died. He killed 95 people and had 10 one-time purchase customers, at which point he was planning to kill his dealer until Dell talked him out of it, and Shadow Master made the chilling reveal that Adam didn't do any of that. His life just sucked and he was broke, so he made up a more interesting personality called Crispy Chris, who's been inside the abandoned mental hospital, inside like his mind palace this whole time. And Adam revealed that maybe he wants to be all of these other people and he can't ground himself in an emotional reality because he hates himself. This is a comedy. Also, our heroes down at the base of the tree were trying to come up with a plan of what to do. Tyler identified some magic beans and their magical properties. New Rogue tried to come up with a plan that involved burning parts of the tree and then abandoned it really rapidly. In the face of any criticism, he bailed out hard. It was great. And then he had a meaningful connection with his goat, who reminded him that he truly could do this and have people have faith in him. And Dell decided to approach Lucretia Sanguine, a succubus that the team has dealt with before, who she had not personally dealt with, in an attempt to try to circumvent having to fight the Dark Lord to become the Dark Lord, and to see if the succubus could just make one of them. Specifically New Rogue, the Dark Lord of this realm. That was where we left things. And with that, it's time for us to return to Ravenloft. Adam, you are still sitting on a branch, talking with Shadow Master, realizing that you just might hate yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we hate ourselves, Adam?
Oh, because I haven't done anything with my life. I keep anything I try, I keep screwing up. You know how many troops I've been in? This is like my 20th troop. Like everything just keeps failing. I keep finding somebody. I keep going to writing classes. Keep going to like improv classes, or like how to start a sketch, or like how to create that character that'll get them yucking. That class was shit, and it cost me so much money. Oh, I just so lost. I don't have a job. I'm living in like a dump. I'm alone. This version of Adam is just not married and is just a sad, sad man.
I mean, you say all that, but you're in a fantasy realm you were drawn into by a god. And
I'm in a murder world. I'm in a murder world, Shadow Master. You are proof of that. You are a murder brain-eating monster that is infecting me and making me a real murderer.
I mean, yeah, also that, but like, let's be honest. Do you really think your world isn't a murder world? Like, Adam, we've watched you
Murdering
do.
people in the murder world. I thought I was, and I got scared, and then you just revealed I didn't. So I was just insane, sitting in my bathtub, waffle stomping constantly my shit where I bathe. I'm a maniac, and then I got whisked away to a magic land where monsters exist. What the fuck, Shadow Master?
Well, now you're a Dark Lord. You say you're alone, but you have 3 friends who are literally joining Murder World with you. Here's the thing, Adam. I'm going to point this out to you because I don't think you look at these things this way. Do you realize how many of your murders your friends have done absolutely nothing to try to stop? They support you to the ends of the... Are you in jail right now, even in Murder World?
No, is there even jail? I haven't even been in jail.
Did they tell anybody you murdered Peter Nutter? Did they rat you out for doing any of those things?
Well, I'm like, no, but they treat me like garbage for doing it though. They don't tell on me, but they just rub it in my face.
Well, I mean, what are you doing to you right now over the murders?
I don't know. I'm just
rubbing it in your own face and wallowing in shame.
I guess.
Well, here's the thing: those 95 Krakawana murders, you didn't you slept like a baby.
Yeah. Look,
why were you okay with those murders and not this?
I don't know, Shadow Master. Get me out of here. I don't want to deal with this. Let's Shadow Nemesis out. Can you just promise me something?
What are you going to ask me to promise you? I can't lie.
Can you put me somewhere nice? I don't want to.
I can do a lot of things.
I don't want to go.
Right now, you're saying one thing, and I think what you actually need is another. I never wanted to do this. I'm gonna have to take you to the conference room.
Huh?
And we cut back down to a side office inside the Rootless Evergreen.
No, I like it.
Del, you have just asked Lucretia Sanguine if she can make New Rogue the Dark Lord of this realm.
Yes.
She almost instantly goes from laid out over the desk to standing right in front of you and raises a hand and just lovingly caresses your jawline and just says, "Oh, that I can't do. There are agents of the dark powers, these nightmarish monsters, and if we affect the flow of things within Ravenloft, then there is nothing we can do. I just have to do what I can, but I cannot change a Dark Lord. No one can."
Okay. All right. Thanks for letting me know.
Is there anything else you want?
I would like us to only have to fight Ace or Sanguine and nobody else in this realm.
That would be indeed challenging.
Right.
Asa, because, my offspring can only is immune to my particular charms. I mean, the spell, none of the weird stuff.
Then that's good.
So I wanted to specify. How many of your friends are you willing to sacrifice?
None.
I could pour poison in his ear. I could make him make poor tactical decisions. I could at least take the army out of the equation, but I don't know if I could do more than that, directly affecting him.
I gotcha.
Not for a lack of desire. You are something so special.
I get it. Well, I mean, I appreciate you hashing it out with me, and yeah, maybe it won't work out between us then.
Oh, you're giving up already?
Well, I just...
I think we're worth the journey. I think we're worth learning about. I think we could find each other. We hurried away before because of a misunderstanding, and I would hate to repeat a mistake. She smells perfect, Del. What does she smell like that she is standing a foot away from you?
She smells like warm, spicy, but outdoors after it rains.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Just all of the cozy things.
So there's nothing you want. No way I could help you outside of giving you such vast things.
I know. I mean, I wouldn't mind talking to you more, but I worry about talking to you that something I say will end up being sealing some fate or we'll misunderstand each other again. So I just feel like it's...
I mean, misunderstandings are possible, but at the same time, haven't your friends been happy with their bargains? I'm not one of those trickery-based demons. I have to abide by the rules of the realm of hell. I have to abide by the laws that have been put upon me, the society that has shaped me. We are where we come from, as you have said.
Right.
But it does not make me a monster.
No, and I'm not feeling that way. I guess we wanted kids from everybody else. And it seems like that's part of your whole ladder climbing social stuff you kind of have to do. I didn't know if there was something that you wanted for you besides that.
I just want to not be so alone. I have to do the things I have to do to exist in the world that I cannot leave. There are no options for demons to go to heaven, to live here as ourselves. We're born into service. We swim in the waters that boil around us, and we do what we can to try to survive. I am looking for companionship. I no longer want a child from you. I have what I need, and the price the people who have created those children will pay is far higher than I ever wish to see you pay.
That makes sense. There's no way for you to be a Mist Walker, leave the realm, do any of that. You're stuck here.
There is no exit from Ravenloft that I know of.
Oh, but we came from not Ravenloft, so,
And you plan to leave?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the end game. Yeah, I mean, we're from not here. And stuff.
It's strange because that seems like a lie and the truth at the same time.
Yeah. Well,
How?
Well, I guess, the stuff you're saying about people watching the realms and stuff, we're gonna speak around it because it's weird and I feel like maybe people are listening or something, but I've seen them before.
Just a second, I'll make sure no one's listening from my team.
Okay.
And you see her cast a number of runes into the air that burn for a brief moment before spreading out. And the air around you and the sound quality of this room changes. You realize you're hearing no echo now. There is no outside sound. It is pure silence. It is a little unsettling because you can hear your heart beating. You can hear yourself breathing.
Yeah.
A lot of the internal sounds that you don't notice are suddenly very present. But you're still breathing and everything's still normal. There, no one will be able to hear us now.
Yeah, so we've seen those people from, who are trying to control the realms or whatever, and I think they're probably after us because we're gonna try our best to get out of here, and we've got Mist Watchers helping us.
And how do you get out?
Something Dark Lord, something yay?
Can you roll me a persuasion?
Uh-huh.
Come on. Silver tongue, silver tongue, silver tongue.
Okay. Do I want to use my inspiration now? Yeah, I do.
Yes, yes,
I'm going to burn it up.
yes.
See better. All right. A little better. 15.
Interesting. So you don't know either.
Yeah, no, I mean, like I said, I'm not from here and I don't really know specifics, but I kind of have a goal in mind to do it. And
I have to admit, I'm a bit hurt.
you're hurt?
If you don't know, why would you dissemble with me? I thought we were talking as equals. I'm trying to set aside all of my charm, all of my magic. I'm just trying to connect with the one person who seems to make sense in this domain.
Well, I get it. I just mean, I guess here's the thing. Like, if we figure it out, and I feel like we will, we just aren't there yet. But, if we do, and you want to be out, we have people who want to be out too. So be happy to share that if we're equals.
Interesting. The only way for a succubus to escape hell on any permanent basis is to be attached, corrupting a tremendously mortal soul. A long-term assignment, as it were.
All right. Oh, are you like the what's it called? What does Adam have? The
Symbiote?
Right, yeah, like that.
A spiritual one that is so much more useful and so much more complex and powerful and interesting and an individual. A symbiote becomes a good chunk of whoever they've attached with. I'm me. I just look for a partner, someone I can journey through the world with, someone to be madly in love with. Both me and them.
Right. It sounds like a big commitment. And I feel like I just recently had a conversation about how I'm somewhat commitment phobic. But, I mean, you are very cool.
Del, I would protect you from the world, and I would tear the hearts from the beating chests of your enemies.
Well, sounds really awesome. But here's the thing is, me and everybody here, me might die because Acer Sanguine is marching on our tiny little tree, and we're probably all going to die.
Yes. Yes, that's true. And because of the bindings and compacts that surround me, I can only help you if you can specify what you want, and it's within the scale of what I can offer.
Right.
I can only offer bargains, sadly.
Yeah,
I think we could be worth a bargain.
Right. So you would want to like come along and hang out with me? That's what you want?
That's one way to put a spiritual obsession that would drive us both for the length of your enhanced mortal life.
Wow. I feel like we need to so this is very, very fast.
I mean, I move quickly. I know what I want. And at your core, I know what you want. Don't you want to be safe and punish the people who've hurt you, and know that I will love nothing in this world as much as I do you, and I will hate everything else with the blackest fiber of my being, and will make them bow to you, to me. We could build a beautiful future.
Yeah, that I do appreciate all of that. I think I have to go help my friends. Thanks for everything.
All right. Just know that kind of partnership is a long-term goal. If you need anything in the short term, I am but a summoning away.
Okay, thanks. Thanks for talking to me.
No problem. And remember, asking someone the kind of deal they might suggest is always a cheaper cost than the deal itself.
Right.
And she disappears and you snap back into reality. The air reasserts itself. The sound is back around you. You're back in the real world inside this office.
My ears popping. All right. All right. And I run back down the hallway.
We'll take a quick commercial break right there. Adam, you find yourself speeding through space and time. It feels like you were in a roller coaster or a car that's really speeding up. You're just pressed back into reality until you find yourself slammed into a chair around a conference table.
God.
Of all the conference tables you have seen in movies or cartoons, what's the one where you would feel the most serious business has been done?
Oh, okay. The most serious business.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, geez. Maybe it's one of the conference rooms from American Psycho. You know, the one where they're like comparing all the business cards.
Yep.
Was that in a conference room? I think it was something like
100%.
that.
It had slatted blinds on the walls behind you.
Yeah,
You were
yeah.
in a 1980s high-powered business conference room. You can see people outside through the open blinds and the glass windows wandering back and forth. Can you roll me a perception?
Oh man. Let me guess. 0? Yes, it is. 6.
That's happening. You turn and ignore your surroundings, shocked to see 3 other figures sitting around this table. They are all wearing 1980s American Psycho suits. They all have the gray suits. They've got the ties, the shirts. The hair is done perfectly. However, one of them is made up of black ichor. Just cause goo inside this suit in a human shape, seated to your right. You're seated next to them, and across from you are 2 other figures. This is showing how you see these characters as Adam in the world. So aspirational and different than you, but in an American Psycho kind of way. What does Shadow Nemesis look like? And what does Crispy Chris look like?
God. Shadow Nemesis has his helmet on, but it's more like more covers his face and more casts it in shadow. Kind of like, you know how sometimes Magneto has like his face is all like shadowed out and you just see his eyes. So he has his helmet on with like just like red burning eyes, and he's just buff. Like he's just so buff, like Arnold in his prime buff, and just like in like a really tight suit, but he can still move and stuff like that. You know what I mean? But it's just like it's like the suit is just so crisp. It's pinstriped, but it's not like, you know, cheesy looking. It's just a solid, like the most expensive suit you've ever seen in your life, and he just looks terrific. Crispy Chris, do the suits have to look good, or can they look like whatever?
You got to look American Psycho-y, but you define however that is.
So Crispy Chris's suit is a nice suit. He saved up a lot of paychecks to get this suit, but it's way too big for him. And it's almost like a little kid wearing his dad's suit. And it's kind of all rumpled and like sitting around him. His tie is loose. His hair is parted in a way that like he thinks looks good, but it's almost like, you know, like a really bad comb over kind of look. He doesn't have lips, so it's just teeth, and he doesn't have eyelids, so it's just eyes. And he's just kind of like twitchy the whole time. And Shadow Nemesis just like kind of hands behind his head, like relaxing.
You look down. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing a tuxedo with the tails, almost like I'm going to be sitting at a piano and playing. and I have a cane and a bow tie, and there's a top hat on the cane, and but it's filthy. It's just covered in mud, but it's like a really nice suit, but it's just really, really, really dirty.
And Shadow Master leans forward casually and says,
All right, so it's time you all needed to talk, because it's getting weird in here. There's been denial of people, there are evil plans. He just keeps wanting to go back in a hole, but then his friends keep blackmailing us to bring him out. I think we're going to go around, and we got to try to find some common ground here. So I need each of you to say one nice thing about the other two people. Adam, you got to go first. So you got to say a nice thing about Crispy Chris, and then a nice thing about Shadow Nemesis.
Okay, what's the problem here? Everybody wants me to go away, and I literally just said that I want Shadow Nemesis to take over. Why are we doing this?
Because you don't listen well, and you think your friends don't want you to be there, but then they blackmail Shadow Nemesis into letting you out, and I don't want to do this every 4 hours forever.
Well, no, okay. Something nice. Shadow Nemesis. You are a conundrum. You are everything I absolutely hate about myself, but at the same time are everything I want to be, and I know I can never be. And I think the latter is what makes me hate you most of all.
Okay, I'd like to be clear, that's not exactly a nice thing. You're lifting off later why you hate him. So why don't we focus in? What are the things that he is that you want to be?
He's confident. He's strong. He can talk to women. He is good at thinking of plans. He's driven. He's motivated. He smells good. He yeah. And the list goes on. He's just a perfect version of what I want to be, minus the brain eating.
And based on what you said, you hate him because he's all of those things.
Yes. That I cannot be.
Okay. And now, what's nice about Crispy Chris?
Well, I didn't know Crispy Chris was fake until about 5 minutes ago, so, boy.
But clearly he's just as aspirational because you spent a lot of time building him and then consciously forgetting him. So you know deep down in your core, because I know.
Well, Crispy, yeah. You're really good at making me forget my problems by creating a very elaborate world.
See, that was nice. That's good. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, here's the thing. Do you want to hear compliments from them? Or do you want me to try to impart wisdom upon you?
I mean, can we do both?
Absolutely, we can. All right, Shadow Nemesis, compliment Adam.
No.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a fundamental misunderstanding here, Adam. Just a second.
And Shadow Master leans forwards and raises a fist that turns into spikes and stabs them through Shadow Nemesis's eyes and starts throttling him from the inside. And then he pulls out with an eyeball still in one hand and swallows a red blinking eye and goes,
"Oh, that was delicious. I think you should talk now."
Since when are you in charge, Shadow Master? Fine. Something nice.
Right now there are 3 Adams and 1 Shadow Master. 50-50 is in my favor unless you unite.
Something I like about him. All right. You know how to make friends and how to keep them without making them not like you, even though they're idiots and they might deserve it.
Yes, excellent. Now, Crispy Chris,
Yeah.
say a nice thing about Adam.
Oh, sure. One thing I like is how Adam's lips taste when he licks his lips. Sometimes you can really taste what he ate. And then
I hate to point this out, Crispy, but you don't have lips, so you can't make M sounds. So just try to keep that in mind. We need to keep this one
that's
consistent
mean.
for Adam.
sorry. Sometimes I don't even know that I don't have lips anymore.
Fire Marshal Bill. This is
That's okay. Well, because I don't have lips, when he licks his, I can really taste it, especially when he makes that chicken and rice and veggie combo he makes. Because he's not really good at cooking, so he only knows how to make one dish. And I just love it. He just douses it in plum sauce, and it's just smells like a 5-year-old's birthday party. It's just a great meal.
Thank you, Crispy.
No problem.
Adam, how does it feel to know that Crispy Chris and Shadow Nemesis both appreciate things about you and are jealous of you?
I never said I was jealous.
Oh, I'm sorry, Crispy.
And he stabs him through the arms into the chair, just crucifies him into the chair, pulls his head back,
And he's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. If you don't admit that you actually like things about Adam.
I'm just happy
Truth
to
or
be
die,
here.
motherfucker.
Oh, okay. Well, wait. I said I like the lips. I also like how he likes to play with me. How sometimes when he gets real sad, in his mind he knocks on my door, and then I come, no lips and no eyelids, and we just give ourselves a big old hug and we play.
Yeah, did you hear that, Adam?
Shadow Master says, still holding Crispy Chris in place, ready to kill him.
He only gets to have fun when you're around.
Can he leave? I don't like him.
Interesting. So you're saying you don't like Crispy Chris?
Crispy Chris is a horror movie, and knowing that he's in my head makes me sad.
Excellent.
And Shadow Master opened a black mouth filled with an infinite number of teeth and slams it shut, eating Crispy Chris whole.
Oh no! Thanks for the good times. Wait, what? What the hell's happened to Crispy Chris?
What about Shadow Nemesis?
Whoa. Hey, let's all talk this through, shall we? Whoa.
Exactly. So, Adam, Shadow Nemesis is clearly jealous of your idea, your ability to hang on to friends and allies.
Oh yeah, super jealous. Yep, I'm just a jealous fellow over here.
So how does
you
that
got it
make you feel, Adam?
That he's jealous of me? Man, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I would think it's the opposite because I'm jealous of what he can do and how he acts and how confident he is.
Do you think Shadow Nemesis came to you fully formed? Stepping out of the ether into your mind, possessing you, like Chatterton?
Well, of course. I mean, who else would...
Shut up, Shadow Nemesis!
Okay, sorry. I mean, I don't know the answer to that question. I mean, if he's everything I want to be, then I mean, he's my hopes and dreams of what I can do for myself, I guess.
But if you look back at your adventures in the first domain, you were Adam for a while with me, weren't you?
Yeah, I was RoboCop too. I miss my helmet.
Yeah. And then you were Venom.
Yeah.
And then in the middle, you were Shadam.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Hey, shouldn't there be a Shadam then?
There would be if Shadam existed. Shadam was the transition. Shadam was the time you, Adam, were doing the things you talked about. You were actualized. You had agency. You made choices. You were strong. We were strong. But then you didn't believe you could do it. So you had to go a step further. You made another Crispy Chris. A better Crispy Chris. A shadow nemesis. And then you separated. Read the name tag in front of you, Adam.
Huh? I read the name tag.
And you see a nameplate on the table. And you pick it up. And it says Adam McNamara. And the job title says Shadam. And you look across the table. And you see a nameplate that says Shadow Nemesis. And underneath it, it says Shadam.
Wait, our job is Shadam?
You shared a job for a while. Yes.
Oh.
You're both Shadam, you idiots.
Okay. Well, we'll tell you what. Yes, I agree that we're both Shadam. So why don't you send Adam off to think about this Shadam plan, and then I can go out and help our friends win this battle. Because he's not just gonna, this isn't some movie. He's not gonna be like, ooh, all right, team, let's go. He needs time to comprehend. So you should, I can help.
And what else will you do other than help your friends?
Well, I'd get my bag back for one thing. I gotta find that thing.
Your bag has been destroyed.
What? What do you mean? Who destroyed
They
it?
took everything from you. They knew you were dangerous. They knew we were dangerous. And now we have no things. And because I'm part you, I'm obsessed with the things I have lost.
Well, yeah, there was a needle in there. I had all these plans. I had an idea to get this ring off with something in my bag.
And now we're both thinking about them because it won't go away. But here's the thing I know as someone who's also in this brain. Adam makes friends. No one would have destroyed Adam's bag. I would still have things.
Okay, well, what if I
want my multiple egg finger.
Well, yeah, I want a needle, and I want. I think I had like 5 knives in there or something like that. Like, come on. So the plan.
We have to hammer out an actual agreement here instead of this weird bullshit of everybody still saying their truth and lying because they're two separate people and can't understand the difference between a want and a need.
Okay. All right, I'm listening.
That's the first time you've ever said that to me.
We'll take a quick commercial break right there. Tyler and New Rogue. Dell has gone into the trunk to talk to Lucretia. She's going to be rejoining us in a second. But is there anything you discuss or do while she's in there?
Well, yeah. What I'm doing is just quickly firing off a quick prayer. Okay, and this is a brand new rogue, right? New rogue. Just like Ezra. Before this battle, that is, coming right to the door. I'd just like you to please offer any assistance you can to my friends, to the people of the tree, the tree people, the were people, and Denton Arthur as well, that poor man who's lost so many people in his life. And hopefully, by gracing him with your graces, perhaps he is able to build things faster for us and get them over pronto. Okay. Thank you so much. Oh, I love you. Okay. I think I'm ready to go, except one more thing. And then I'm going to cast Thaumaturgy. People of the tree, please give me one of your nuts. The tree, please. This tree has nuts, right? Just toss me one of the nuts. Okay.
And a exhausted rat folk wanders back and is like, hey, it's Bob Gilsby. I'm the leader of the rat people after being so effective in combat. Are you looking for nuts?
Yes, Mr. Gillespie. I was hoping this giant tree would have some nuts and potentially with some sort of oil or fiery, lightable sap inside.
You're hoping the tree makes flammable items that'll burn the tree? Like everything falls onto the tree here. If it made
You're
flammable
right.
stuff, it would already be aflame. It would be in real danger.
Oh, well,
I mean, we have like oil and other things. Like it's a small village, but we still need to make fires to cook things and do stuff like that.
Oh, do you have a small amount on you, perchance?
I mean, give me a second. I'm Bob Gillespie. I can do anything. And Bob turns and leaves.
Thank you, Mr. Gillespie.
He comes back and he's like, I got this lantern here. This is probably, I got this on short notice. We can see what everybody else has otherwise. And it's one of the old-time Victorian era lanterns. It's got the handle that you can hold above it, the metal framework, the ability to light inside it, and an oil reservoir on the base. Tyler, you're also there. You don't have to say anything, but you could. Yeah, is this way? You could have this for now.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Gillespie. If it's okay with you, I'm just gonna pretend this is a nut of your tree since you gave it to me, and it's a product of the tree in essence. So thank you. And then I'm gonna crack it open with my warhammer, and I'm just gonna cover it in the oil, and then I'm just gonna hold it aloft. All right, battle's nearing, fellas. Sacred flame! And then I light my warhammer on fire, and the fire is not burning my hand because my death touch. No, my death touch fights it back. And
so you're holding a warhammer that is flaming from top to bottom in your hand as you hold it out.
Exactly. If this army wants to fight me and my friends, they're going to have to pass through the fires of Ezra's love. I'm going to do that one more time because I bit my tongue. They're going to have to pass through the fire of Ezra's love.
Okay, is there anything else you need from me?
No, that's all. That's everything. Thank you so much, Mr. Gillespie.
I got a quick question for you there, Mr. Gillespie. Are you aware of anyone in your in this army who's like a caster? Do you have any mages or anything like that, or are you all pretty well hand-to-hand combat? It could be like really even low-level magic stuff.
I'm looking basically we've got Billy Bob Thornton, the cleric, who helps with that kind of stuff. But otherwise, it's a pretty physical life here on the tree with the fishing. And if we had more magical abilities, we wouldn't have to rely on the tree to not starve.
Right. Okay.
Why do you ask?
I'm just wondering, we killed Streamlabbing Tyler and all the Tyler Hecklins disappeared, but I look like Streamlabbing Tyler. And so I figured we could maybe figure out a way to call some kind of summit or tactical meeting with the other generals where I pose a Streamlabbing Tyler, and now we're not fighting an army. We're fighting 3 people in a tent or something like that. And if the armies work the way that Streamlining Tyler did, we just need to kill 3 of them and the armies disband, disintegrate, maybe save a lot of lives and that kind of thing. So
that seems like a pretty good plan. We could, I don't know, have everybody hide in the trunk or go outside and pretend to be dead or whatever.
I was thinking maybe pretending to be dead. Yeah. I'm kind of tweaking it, as we're just kind of waiting for everybody to get back from all their kind of separate things. We might have a thing going on where we don't have to do this fight at all. We're just going to wait and see what our friend Dell has to say about that. And, depending on how that goes, I've got this kind of plan B sort of percolating here. And
great. I'm sure we'll all be on board for whatever plan you're doing as long as the chosen one agrees. But right now, he's got a flaming warhammer and declared war. So we're going to back him. It's going to come down to one plan or the other.
I don't blame you. He's the chosen one. Makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, he's gotten us this far. So, I get it.
Amazing. It's nice to know that we have such good heroes behind us. If it was up to me, I'd promote you both to be leaders of the human because of your great work in combat. You know how I got promoted, Bob Gillespie, because of my great work in combat of the were-rats.
Right. I mean, Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, that's really
You're
nice
welcome.
of you to say.
General Tyler.
Yeah. Yep. I guess I'm a general.
Well, we got
Well,
a chosen one, so you seem to be the battle plan person. So good work, General Tyler. I'll let everybody know that these are the possibilities, and we'll wait to hear what finally happens. But we can start getting things into place.
That sounds great. Thanks so much, Bob.
No problem.
And he turns and he heads out. And Dell, you return to the group from inside, having had your conversation with Lucretia. You find New Rogue standing in a heroic pose with a fully on fire from the top of the hammer to the bottom of the haft warhammer held in a spectral hand. And you see Were-Rat Bob Gilsby leaving the area as Tyler stands there.
Oh, whoa, New Rogue, are they already here? Are we fighting right now?
I jumped the gun. But it's good to be prepared.
It looks really cool.
Thanks.
It does look really cool.
Thank you. It looks badass. Wow. Put some money in a swear jar, buddy. You're too young for those words, but thank you. I appreciate it, pal.
Yeah. That's no go from my end. I tried to. No control over Dark Lord stuff. Apparently, no control over Acer either. So that's.
Okay.
She wanted to be my shadow mastered soul buddy or something, but tabled that.
Tabled it. Okay. And how are you doing overall? I know she has a funny effect on everybody. Everybody kind of comes out of those conversations feeling pretty strung out. You're doing okay?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm like, she definitely seems to know me really well, but
she knows all of us pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Well,
remember, it's magic. It's a trick, right? It's
right. Yeah, and I mean, she said that if there's something specific that I'm asking for that she can't do, we could trade something. But like I said, I tabled it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just remember that she came to us and set the terms of how we all interact with each other. That it's transactional.
Right.
And I don't fully grasp all the details of the transaction. You know what I mean? Like, we're desperate and we'll go into a deal if we need to, but I'm glad you didn't sign up for anything that you don't want.
Yeah. And that's really, I just wanted to get back here to all my friends.
Okay.
Oh.
I got a question for you about that.
The mist swirls up around you, Dell, and around you, Tyler, and gives you both inspiration.
Oh, well, thank you, Watchers in the Mist.
Thank you, Watchers.
Just add that in here.
I feel better being back here with everybody. I say, give Rumpelforsk a nod.
Well, you're among friends.
Thanks.
I got a question for you. How many, I guess, can people breathe inside your portable hole that you unfurl there and I fell into? If we close that up with people inside, how hostile is that environment like that? You know?
You guys know enough at this point. The estimate would be you have about 10 minutes.
Okay.
10 minutes of air.
Yeah, not a lot.
It's not the perfect people carrier. You got any? Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no. I have a question actually for you there, Tyler. Does Ivan know? Can we give an update on what kind of folk we're seeing in the army right now? That's heading towards us. What the appearances, the races or species.
Yeah, sure. And I will blow into my. Is it a flute for me? It's a bat flute. Yeah, my bat.
You've
flute.
Actually got a whistle.
No, mine is a whistle. I actually wrote it as a flute. That's funny. I'm gonna change that.
Or no, it might be a flute. I can't remember. I trust you. If you wrote it down.
I thought it was like flute of the bat or something like that.
That's cool. I like flutes.
Yeah.
It's happening.
Okay. Just a little boop.
Oh, hey, man.
Hey. How'd those armies look out there? What'd you see?
Oh man, they're pretty big, and they're a lot closer than we originally estimated. So like, they're close, man. Yeah. So, obviously there's like the doppelgangers of you guys, and then it seemed like there's kind of a couple different groups. there's like I think they're called fire newts that I'm seeing coming in. It's like a whole society. These like upright lizard folks. You can kind of see through them and see fire in their blood. They got like swords and shields and stuff, and they got some magic people. It seems like, and then there's a version on them like riding. Does they have a word for like big old lizards?
What, like a Komodo dragon? Like
I mean, we don't share a frame of reference, so yeah, maybe like a Komodo dragon. Seems like some of them was riding stuff like that. And then there was a whole army of like gray, evil, Adam-looking, I think dwarves or something like that. That was kind of weird. And then there's a bunch of snake people. Some of them was like people on top and snake on bottom, and some of them was snake on top and people on bottom. Some of it was just kind of grab bag, just mix and match as you need. Okay. And then there's a whole army of one-eyed spiky things with a whole bunch of teeth. I didn't like them.
One-eyed spiky things. Okay.
Your guess would be, Tyler, based on your history, that those are the demons that you had seen pop up when Acer Sanguine appeared. If you remember, Acer had two other demons haul out of the ground that were one-eyed, fanged, reptilian with super long simian arms. Super creepy.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Well, thanks. Great work.
No problem, man. Yeah, I'd say, you probably got like 5 minutes or so. Like, you might want to make some decisions. I was flying back here to tell you. They move real fast, and I do not know how.
Maybe it's time dilation stuff still happening. Okay, we got 5 minutes.
Okay, so
decision time. Yeah.
Okay, and so Tyler has basically told us who it consists of. The armor consists of. Tyler, I know you didn't like it because you had to pull it out of your nose, but if there's dwarves among them, and you want to have like a subterfuge play, would convening a meeting or whatever, would turning into a dwarf and slathering some gray paint on yourself maybe, open that door a bit?
Well, I already look like Streamlabbing Tyler, but if we gave the dwarf shape to Adam, because they're Adam dwarves, maybe, Adam as a dwarf becomes an Adam dwarf, and that's another kind of cover that we have. That's a good idea, yeah.
Oh, it will change anybody into a dwarf. Okay, yeah.
That's my understanding, yeah.
Okay, great. So
it jumped in my face, but maybe we could try and get it to latch on to Adam we'll have to see if he's up for it. But you're the chosen one, new rogue. We need you to call the shot. Do you want to?
Oh man, I got an idea based off of your friend, man. But this one might be a bit much. I don't know.
What's up, Ivan?
Well, because you remember there's like the doppelganger ones, and then the doppelganger of this one, like a new rogue, I think his name is. Yeah. It looks kind of like a donkey meets a person with spectral hands and feet.
Okay.
And like you might not be able to do like a donkey, but like I feel like you might be able to get close if he became a wereboar or something like that. Like the pig people. Because then he would be like a half animal, half person with weird legs and feet.
I've been suggesting, new rogue, that your doppelganger is like some kind of donkey version of you. So if we could get the closest thing to a donkey that a were-person is here to turn you, I mean, that's a big commitment for you. It's a drastic measure, but what do you think? You become a were creature for this?
I don't know if that's Ezra's path for me.
That's all right, man. I understand
no pressure, man. I'm just fat.
I do have the next best option, though. That's temporary.
Let's hear it.
Okay, and I'm gonna put down my my burning hot
you put that
warhammer. No worries. I'm just gonna plunk it down right there. Let it just burn the grass
on the wood.
Well, not the wood. No. I'll put it on this rock here. Okay, this flat rock.
There aren't any rocks. It's a tree, man.
Express to you how
I'm just gonna hold this.
We are.
Okay, I'm just gonna hold this.
Extremely in a tree.
Yeah, my arm's really tired. I keep on having to switch it from like hand to hand.
Potato, but it's not burning.
This is a bad idea.
Okay, the oil goes out. It's burned through the amount of oil you could put on the hammer.
Oh, okay. Well, great.
It looks really cool, dude. Good to know it'll work for the future, too.
Well, what looks close to a donkey but isn't a donkey?
Ivan said maybe a werebore. What do you think?
Right. What about a little goat?
Where are you going with this, New Rogue?
Yeah.
Okay, well, and then I strap the Bjorn underneath my clothes. So I just like do this very quickly, and then I tuck my head into my shirt, and I have Jack Magnum's head sticking up. What? And then you just hear my muffled voice. Whoa! What do you think? Donkey enough for you?
Tyler, have you thought about what you want your last words to say before you die? Because we're apparently all gonna die.
Guys, this will work. Trust me. I have Ezra's guidance. Okay, I can work this. Don't worry. I'm doing this. I've built on every plan. This is the best we could do right now. I'm going to be Pope Wotefin.
And Del, that's when you realize the last words that might be most appropriate for these actors who you followed around without quitting, even though you wanted to, is, that's the best I can do. And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah.
That's the end of this episode, listener, but next week you could become a watcher and affect the Jesters' adventures by joining our Twitch stream, which happens every Wednesday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. That's Toronto time. If you join our Twitch chat, you can give the cast magical items, name NPCs, and decide the events that shape Ravenloft. So, catch up on the story, follow Dum Dum Dice on Twitch, and join our weekly stream right away. Jesters of Ravenloft features the voices of players Tyler Hewitt, Del Borovic, Guy Bradford, and Adam McNamara, alongside Dungeon Master Ryan LaPlante. This episode was edited and mixed by Laura Hamstra, and Jesters of Ravenloft's artwork was created by Del Borovic at delborovic.com. That's DELBOROVIC. Our theme song is Dark Mysterious Halloween Night by Sound Gallery by Dimitri Taras. And our ad breaks use the tracks No Control and Chiefs by Jazzar, JAHZZAR, whose music is available at freemusicarchive.org. For all things Dum-Dums and Dice, including merchandise and how to join our Patreon, you can visit dumdumdice.com or find us on social media at dumdumdice. That's DUMBDUMBDICE. Now get out of here before the mist gets you too!
Dum-Dums and Dice has to give a special thank you to the supreme beings of our Patreon at this time: Christopher Little, George Dolby, Richard Cranium, Gavin and Abby McDonald, Logan, Fire Unfriendly, Grandma Likes D&D, Alan, Stabby Stranger, Glitch Trick, Flynn1138, Alarain Okapi, Schrodinger's Pepper, Madre de Gatos, Lady Maiden, Garbo Ape, Locke, Sam Schaefer, Waffle Marine, Dagger Rain, Rob L, Dia De Los Hoodless, Squishy Werewolf, Remy, Funky Head, Nomad, the Wise Paladin of the Badlands, Accent Therapeutic Services in Florence, Kentucky, Lael, Shulzari, The Long Family, Jordan Oliver, Richard Wright, Brittany Fenwick, Alex Parr, Old Man Mojo, Dragonfly, The Body Barrelers, Megan Werner, A Man Out of Time, Curtis at FingerTechRobotics.com, Panda24NN, Shendra D, Your Homeboy Bones, The Gata Family, Ellis Hatch, Odigenous, Dan the Welshman, Afflicto Gaming, and Jill and Noel LaPlante. If you want your name to be added to this list, you can join our Patreon too at patreon.com/dumdumdice. Thanks to them, and a little bit of thanks to you.